Hello?
Hello.
Yes, he's about to look around, yeah. April 26th, about 4:30. Actually, didn't get as warm as they thought, but we're about like 72, 73 degrees. And it's very nice for an April afternoon in Pennsylvania. Just show you some quick things here, and we'll keep you updated as things progress. These are some seeds we've started. There's some peppers for Joanne across the street because I don't like peppers at all, contrary to what you like. And this is parsley for us and some rosemary. These are some tomatoes that completely fell flat because I put them outside too quick and they got beat up by the wind. And here's some Roma tomatoes that seem to be doing okay. And some, boy, those other ones aren't doing any good over there at all. Same thing, wind problems. Now here we have marigolds, which we're going to plant around our vegetable garden, just as you have. And back there we have some crummy tomato-looking plants, but maybe they'll survive. We'll see. Okay. Here's our apple tree in all its glory. And this little baby apple tree, I'm trying to pick up, see this little thing? First time it's bloomed, and we've had that thing for about 6 years, and it started out about a 12-inch stick. Well, it's finally grown up big enough to get some blossoms on it. That's a McIntosh apple, my favorite. And I'll show you my sad barn, our sad barn, that's kind of taken a beating over the winter. There it is. Side blew out. We're going to try to salvage the main barn structure, but that one just, it's gone. Okay, now we'll go down to the raised beds. Our spring house, of course. Okay, Gloria, hold me up. Here's some strawberries that managed to salvage for over the winter. And they're going to all be planted in the raised beds. Okay, this one's actually got a bloom on it, which in Pennsylvania is a big deal. And there's another one and another one. Actually have blooms, so that's kind of a big deal around here. Okay, they should bloom in June. Okay, now we're headed towards our original raised bed, which will be replaced next year with new wood. This thing is probably 15, 16, 17 years old. And it's held up as long as it has, and I'm happy. And we put some, I think we put 5 or 6 strawberry plants in here last year, and they're kind of starting to spread out. And with those plants I just showed you, we're going to add to these, so they should fill this area up quite nicely. And then we had runners that went over the edge and start growing. You can see they're pretty darn good size ones. Okay, that's a nice plant. And we have a couple blooming in there too. This is a worm bucket. Buried, it's a 5-gallon bucket. And it's buried all the way up to the hilt. And it has a bunch of holes drilled on the bottom so worms can get in it. And that is filled with refuse from the garbage, anything organic. The potato skins, banana peels, anything, lettuce, the works. But the worms will end up making compost out of all that. Now, this right here is a volunteer asparagus plant. It came from way over there. We didn't plant it, and here it is, and it's doing quite nicely. Okay, and then here's a baby little version of that, and that's another volunteer asparagus plant. And we're quite happy about that because both of us love asparagus. This is radishes. Very disappointed. Some kind of bug is eating them. You can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but they're just getting eaten up by bugs of some sort. And it should have been nice, big, thick rows everywhere, and just didn't work out that way. Hopefully I'll get a couple radishes out of it. And in here we planted carrots, and just only a few are showing up so far. And just remember, we're like 3 months behind you, and we're going to end up like 3 months ahead of you. So it's we've got to be patient with what you see here. This is some spinach. Believe it or not, your father actually likes spinach, and so that's doing okay. And we have some peas growing, but once again, whatever bug's eating the radishes is eating this pea. Over here I planted lettuce. It all came up and it's all gone. So I don't know if that's from bugs or from a rabbit, but I have a fine feeling it's bugs also. So I'm going to replant all this. Okay, now I'll take you over to the asparagus patch. Oh, what? Look who's scratching her back. Just like a bear. Scratch your back. Okay. These asparagus I planted a number of years ago, and they're starting to come through. Now, this was always the crappiest plant, and now it's one of the best. And last year I put a bunch of compost and chicken poop from our coop on it, and boy, it's really coming through. It's a nice piece. These will be ready to eat tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. We're gonna fry them up in our big old pan, our cast iron pan, and your cast iron pan with olive oil and butter, and they just taste terrific. And all along here where the red flags are is all asparagus going all the way up and down. And we bought this from Agway for like $6 or something, all these plants. And then we bought some of this from Gurney's, which is in our Henry Field. And boy, they're nice and thick stalks. So we hope to do well with those. And this is the lovely gift that Belinda and Bob bought us for Christmas. Actually, for me, that was my present. And it's a red cedar raised bed.